Hey team, it's Christina here, and I wanted to review the A Little Obsessed eating plan with you guys. I'm actually going to take this video, I'm going to transfer it into my challenge group so you guys can do the same. Just upload it onto your YouTube channel and share this with your challengers who are getting ready to do A Little Obsessed starting on Wednesday. I have a funny story about that. I had convinced myself that Monday started A Little Obsessed. Well, Monday is Christmas, and I don't know, I was going nuts, and everybody on Instagram was calling me out. They're like, what are you talking about Monday? The 20th is Wednesday. So yeah, A Little Obsessed gets loaded up to Beachbody On Demand on Wednesday, but in advance of that, they have already posted the A Little Obsessed eating plan. So if you haven't already, you guys, knowledge is power. Go to Beachbody On Demand, click A Little Obsessed, go to the program materials and print out your eating plan. Not only do they have the regular one, but they also have the vegan plan up there. So anyone in here that is vegan, you guys have that plan as well. Just a side note, hearing this from Autumn, that the full 80-day Obsession nutrition plan is still undergoing review and changes. So anybody that has shared information publicly about the full-time nutrition plan is probably not giving accurate information as of today. Like, the plan is still undergoing tweaks, changes, things that I don't know about, nobody knows about. So what we're gonna do as a team is take this step by step, and step one is to master the workout block, which is given to us in the A Little Obsessed eating plan. I cannot stress this enough, you guys. This is not difficult. It really is not difficult, so long as you sit down, you read the plan, you calculate where you're going to be for A Little Obsession, you create a meal plan, you go shopping, and then you just execute on it. This is not difficult to do, and in fact, it's something that I'm still doing today. I'm still using the workout block. I'm still doing time nutrition. This week, I get my first refeed day in 80-day Obsession, so it's something that is completely manageable and provides the best results possible. So take time today to get your plan printed, review it so that you can take action on Wednesday when A Little Obsessed goes up on Beachbody On Demand. So I just reviewed the plan, and it is very well written, very straightforward. You have the intro from Autumn, which kind of explains the difference between 80-day Obsession and A Little Obsessed, and of course highlights the fact that we're using the portion control containers. You guys, I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna say something that really was killing any progress that I was making prior to embarking on 80-day Obsession, which was thinking that I could eyeball my food instead of actually taking the containers out and measuring with the containers. If you want to make sure that you are eating according to the plan and staying within your calorie bracket, you have to measure your food. That is one of the critical and the easiest thing to do in this whole process, is to make sure that you're measuring your dressings, that you're measuring your fats, that you're measuring your proteins, and really measuring your carbohydrates. That's so easy to overserve yourself. It's something that I was doing, and I realized how it was hindering any progress that I was intending to make prior to 80-day Obsession. So measure, measure, measure. The next page is the Getting Started page, which is where you're going to calculate your calorie target and then figure out what bracket you're going to eat up. I have to note, this is A Little Obsessed. The 80-day Obsession plan is going to be different when you're calculating your calorie target, because the workouts are harder, they're more strenuous, and there's actually going to be calculations for weight loss as well as maintenance. Okay, so that's a little bit different than what you're getting here with A Little Obsessed. So after I calculated my caloric target for A Little Obsessed, I ended up in plan A, but I'm not a big believer in plan A. I understand that A Little Obsessed, the workouts are shorter, they're not as strenuous, but right now, currently, I'm eating out of plan C for 80-day Obsession. So personally, I'm not changing anything because I am continuing with that program. I'm not going to be doing a little obsessed. But for you, that is going to be doing a little obsessed coming this Wednesday, I want you to use the caloric targets here. And if you don't feel comfortable in Plan A, which a lot of people don't, you know, my sister is a big proponent of bumping into B regardless because it's just not a lot of food in Plan A. You can start with B and be perfectly okay. You guys, when I bumped into C for 80-day obsession, that's when I lost the most weight. Like, I'm not joking. So this is one of those programs that you have to trust the process. You have to adjust when necessary, and don't be afraid to eat more. We need to get out of this mentality of starving ourselves to lose weight. That's not healthy for us. That's not healthy for our clients, and that is not healthy for our children to watch us suffering through this process. I don't suffer at all. Like, all day long, I'm fed properly. I drink plenty of water. I drink all my supplements. Like, there's no suffering in this. It's a lifestyle. And when it's a lifestyle, you should be able to do it easily and without a lot of resistance. So, all right, let's get into the workout block. And that's page 5 of your A Little Obsessed Eating Plan. The workout block basically it's the 2 meals that you have around your workout. You have a pre-workout meal and a post-workout meal. The pre-workout meal is to occur between 60 and 90 minutes before your workout. Now, it's optional whether you're going to use the Beachbody Performance supplements. I obviously highly recommend that you do. And I'll talk about recovery and how it mentally plays a role for me in the nutrition plan. But if you're going to do this to a T, you're going to wake up. Well, let me back that up. You're going to first select when you are going to be pushing play, when you are going to work out. So as an example, if you're going to be working out at 9 in the morning for A Little Obsessed, that means at 7:30 in the morning, between 7:30 and 8 in the morning, you are having your first meal, your pre-workout meal. It might not be your first meal if you're a really early riser, but at least you're having your pre-workout meal by that time. 30 minutes before your workout, you are drinking your Energize. Now, some people like to do it closer to the workout. Some people like the 30-minute gap. That really is, it's okay if you like to drink it a little bit closer to push play time. That's totally cool. But you are doing it obviously after your meal, and after your meal has kind of been in your system for a while, digested, so that you can take your Energize. It affects your system, gives you that energy, and then you push play. Okay, so that's your pre-workout meal. Your pre-workout meal, you guys, is a green, a red, a yellow, and an orange. It's actually the only time in the day that you get your orange. Now, your orange traditionally is a dressing or some pine nuts or some coconut flakes, whatever it is. Make sure you really get that orange in. For me, the easiest thing for me to do for my orange was pine nuts. I literally ate pine nuts every day. Unless I was having a salad for my pre-workout meal that I could add the dressing or that or olive oil or whatever, I was eating a little shot of pine nuts every single day. It just worked for me. Obviously, there's a big selection of oranges. I don't like coconut flakes. I'm not too into chia seeds or pumpkin seeds or any of that shit. I like pine nuts. So I would take a shot of my pine nuts, and that's where I got my orange. So as an example of a meal that I would eat as a pre-workout meal is my breakfast, right? I would have 2 eggs as my red. I would have tomatoes and spinach for my green, and I had a whole wheat piece of toast with my pine nuts. So that was my pre-workout meal. I also did stuff like, and I think I showed in this group, and I've showed in my challenge groups, I've eaten, oatmeal, Greek yogurt. I throw my pine nuts inside that. And then raw carrots. That's my green. I eat raw carrots all the time now as my green. So you can get creative with your pre-workout meal, of course, but that's traditionally what I had. Obviously, once we can share more about the 80-day obsession plan, we can share our meal plans, and we'll do that. But in this case, your pre-workout meal is a green, a red, a yellow, and an orange. Okay, so you have your pre-workout meal. You take your Energize, you push play, you crush your workout, and then what do you do after your workout? Well, within 30 minutes, right? This is all timed, so you might even have to set timers on your phone. Within 30 minutes of that workout, you're gonna have your Recover formula and a purple. Okay, so Recover and a purple. That purple can be anything. In my case, I like apple slices. Danny eats pineapple. But for me, mentally, that part of my day, Recover with the purple, in my head, it becomes my 6th meal of the day. I don't know why. It helps me. It extends my day a little bit. So Recover and a purple right after your workout is very important. Why a purple? Why the Recover? Well, because you're going to be burning out your muscles a lot during this program, and you need to replace the glycogen in your muscles, especially in your quads, in your thighs, in your butt, in your hamstring that you're going to be using each and every single day. So drink up that Recover, eat that purple. Don't forget, make sure you're using your container to measure. Then after Recover, within 1 to 2 hours after your workout, all right, 1 to 2 hours after your workout, you're going to have your post-workout meal. And that meal is going to include a green, a red, a yellow, and a teaspoon. Okay? A green, a red, a yellow, and a teaspoon. And that completes your workout block, right? So you got your pre, you got your Energize, you got your workout, you got your post, and then you got your post-workout meal, and that completes the workout block. The remainder of the containers that you have for the day are eaten at the other times of the day in 2 to 3 hour increments, right? So someone asked the question of, do I eat all my containers? No. You guys, you eat them spaced out like the 21-day fix. However, in 2 to 3 hour increments, and you want to try at least, and this is not something that I personally did, but the plan explains that you should try to get your purples in earlier and spread your protein. Like proteins are you should always spread them out. You shouldn't have 3 reds in one meal. Okay, so make sure you're spreading your proteins out. And then after the plan reviews the workout block, which is like perfectly explained here, you guys, like there's really no guessing in this. The workout block is explained perfectly in the plan. It gives you plans A through F, the workout block, what the workout block looks like for each plan, plus up here, or here, it tells you how many containers that particular plan needs per day, right? So in my case, I eat out of plan C. I've got my workout block, right, completely laid out, but I also have to, in the whole day, I have to ingest 5 greens, I have to ingest 3 purples, I have to ingest 5 reds, and obviously that is spread throughout the day, okay? I hope that's very clear. You don't have to eat all your meals at once. You get to spread them throughout the day in 2 to 3 hour increments. All right, same as the 21-day fix. I'm not sure, I have to review this with you guys, but the food lists are listed for you. The suggested greens, purples, reds, oranges, yellows, and all that stuff is listed. Like I said at the beginning of the call, and I'm going to answer your questions, you guys, so hold tight. When we, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, we're not going to get the meal plan until January 8th, and we start on January 15th, and I don't have time. Let me tell you something. In the 80-day obsession test group, we got the plan on Saturday, and we started on Monday. And not one person said they didn't have time to prepare, right? So there is plenty of time to prepare for this, and there is plenty of time to prepare for January 15th once the meal plan is up on January 8th. The full meal plan is up on January 8th. We got it on a Saturday because they were making tweaks. And by the way, the whole plan was being tweaked as we were going through the program, which was super cool. Refeed changed 3 times during the test group. So yes, you do have time. You have time to prepare for this. You have time to prepare come January. You guys, this time nutrition plan is easy to me. I obviously have been doing it for a while, but once you just sit down and learn it, digest it, and plan and prepare to succeed with it, it's smooth sailing. So let me look at the questions that we have here, and then I will sign off. All right. Ashley, awesome. You have yours. Plan A, bump to see the days I teach. Good plan. Yeah, you don't want to get, you guys, the workouts are tough. Like today was phase 2, week 2, booty. And it's basically leg day, and you have to lift super heavy. Like I was doing a kettlebell swing. You do it with a dumbbell, but with a 45-pound weight. You know what I mean? You got to fuel your body to get through these workouts. So if you guys are doing teaching or running, or even just 80-day obsession, not A. Like you can't, you will plateau. Your body's gonna start requiring more energy, and you're gonna feel tired and hungry, and we don't want you to suffer through this. If we work out at 4 a.m., do we still have to eat a pre-workout meal? If you are following timed nutrition requires the workout block, which you learn in A Little Obsessed. The workout block requires a pre-workout meal. So the answer is yes. You can substitute your pre-workout meal with your Shakeology. That is a substitution in 80-Day Obsession. So you guys can do that. You can have your shake, then your Energize, and then your workout as your pre-workout meal. So Alexis, one thing that I recommend is reevaluating your day and make changes to it. Why not work out later in the afternoon instead of, waking up at 3 in the morning? Like, no one should have to do that unless you're a nurse that works, the night shift. So reevaluate what you're used to doing and say, how can I make an adjustment to what I'm normally doing so I can be really successful and not kill myself doing this program, right? So maybe it's a night workout that you're going to have. Some customers are going to be working out at night. So just make that adjustment. All right, Christy, you're welcome. Am I in Plan C due to maintenance? I actually wrote blogs about why I moved into Plan C. I started in Plan B because I obviously had a lot of weight to lose when I did 80-Day Obsession. And 3 weeks into the program, I decided to bump into Plan C simply because I was losing weight on Plan B, which was great. But one of my goals was to gain a lot of muscle, which is I'm still on that journey. I want to look fit AF, I want to look like when you see me in regular clothes, like people to say, oh, she must work out. Like I want that look. I just don't want to be skinny. And so that's what I'm working on now. And so I am eating more. In addition, and you'll see once the plan comes out, in Plan B of the nutrition plan of the full 80-Day Obsession, there's this quirky meal that I hated, and it was a blue, green, and a purple. Blue, green, purple. So think watermelon, arugula, and feta. Like that was a meal. And I just simply despised that meal. And so it was easier for Danny and I to not have that meal, and so we could eat more meals in common. And so I bumped into Plan C, and it paid off big time. When I bumped into C is when I lost the most amount of weight, and I felt awesome. I had energy throughout the whole day. Like I have energy like this all the time, like seriously all the time. Do we need lots of different weights for this program? The answer is yes. I highly suggest the Bowflex weights. If you don't have the adjustable weights at home, that should be on your Christmas list. Autumn uses a variety. Like someone asked, what's the lowest amount of weight that you used in 80-Day Obsession? I used one time, and it's in phase 2. You do these Y back move. I used a 5 one time the entire program, one time. Besides that, it's 8s, 10s, 15s, 12s, 20 all the way to when you're using a single heavy weight on leg day. I think the highest I got was 50 or 55 pounds. Autumn regularly uses a 45-pound dumbbell during the program. So, you know, a lot of people have those big black ones. Those are the ones they use, the cast uses during the program. I personally don't have, you know, the space for that. So I have 2 sets of Bowflex weights, one's for Danny, one for me. I love the Bowflex weights. I've actually had one of our sets of Bowflex weights is almost 20 years old, and it still works perfectly. So it's an investment, yes. Put it on your list for Santa to give to you. I think you'll love it just having it, not even for this program, but for every other program. When is the best time to drink your shake? Whenever is the best time for you, according to the way you structure your meal plan. Some people drink their shake, obviously, as the pre-workout meal, which you could have as a substitution. Some people have it as their last meal. I typically have it as my 4th meal. So it's like after I pick up the kids from school. It all depends on how you structure your meal plan. There's no best time. It's only the right time for you. Okay? So yes. Do you find them bulky at all? Yeah, they're a little bit bulky, but you learn, and that's my washer and dryer making that noise. Sorry, guys. They're a little bit bulky, but you learn how to make adjustments. Like today, there was a move where you do a sumo squat deadlift, and I have to hold them in a certain way in order to do that move. But you just learn how to do that. So that was the answer to that, Holly. All right, I think that is all the questions. If there's more after other people watch this video, just go ahead and leave them in this thread. If you're in my challenge group, because I'm speaking to my challengers too, just post your questions down below from the YouTube link. And you guys, let's get ready to get a little obsessed on Wednesday. Woo! All right, guys. See you later. Bye.